Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time. A loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I know we were assigned this game, but let's face it. This is the one we wanted, isn't it? A chance to watch an MVP candidate performed down the stretches 4 weeks ago. How are you feeling about his chances?
Well, I think he certainly has a shot. It's going to determine what he does and what the others around him do for these last 4 weeks. But more MVP chat, it seems like, every year as you hit the month of December. This year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, I know he's not ranked number 1 right now, but if he plays up to his capabilities, I think he's going to win the thing.
At the 45-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, the game underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 5 catches, 61 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards to 16. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 4-yard line. Play action now. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing. Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. This pass caught at the 4. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. Well, that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 25-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Second and a couple. Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
First down, Green Bay.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 37-yard line.
Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 29. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, it's Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
For Aaron Jones, incomplete.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Lutz His kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They think they can open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
Cook following the penalty. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Davante Adams. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Finds a man with a crossing route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Leadoff on the receiving end from Cousins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. first down throw for Cousins. They're quickly to Thielen here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins to throw it. And Cook has it left side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And he's able to put it through. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. To throw is Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He was looking for his running back Aaron Jones that time. And it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Rodgers again now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they are going to set up shop at the 4. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first down.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins now from the 50. That's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cousins has to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Dalvin Cook. 8 yards on the victory.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
35-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
For the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. Jacoby Brissett, 3 first-half touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively.
Jason Sanders
and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Rodgers now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So it was a drive that... had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback third line, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Now he opts for the spin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting. That you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Following the interception, Cousins, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down.
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 1st down, it's Jones. And Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
To the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the door.
They'll take it. Just like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Cousins on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Rashawn Gary able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the ground, it's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd and long for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Number 89.
23 yards on the play.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And they'll try the jet sweep here. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. Packers have moved out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Zadarius Smith. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Jones whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So Cousins and the Vikings down 27-20, a little over a minute and a half remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The final score now from Chicago. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run to help lead the way.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And on third down and nickel formation here defensively. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.